What are some of the biggest kind of off-season gains that you've seen in your game?
Yeah, well, I think just right off the bat, like you said, Coach Joe, honestly, I'm in the best shape I've ever been in my entire life. I'm 200 pounds, probably gain 5 more pounds by the season, probably lose a little bit of it in camp. But I'm in the best shape of my life. I've studied my tail off all off-season, just put my nose in the playbook and just try to know it like the back of my hand come fall camp.
How comfortable do you feel in the playbook of the offense right now as opposed to perhaps the end of spring?
Very. I feel very comfortable. I feel like, as a quarterback, being able to, be an extension of the coaching staff on the field is something that's very important. And, not only just knowing the plays, not only just knowing the protection, but knowing the alignment of the receivers in every formation and every tag. And so, just going home and doing that every single day. I got 2 roommates, Xavier Guillory and Melquan Stovall, who we do that all the time, and so just always can learn.
You're getting more comfortable in the offense all the time. What kind of jumps out about this Dillingham Baldwin offense? It seems like quarterback is get the ball out pretty quick, get it to the playmakers, almost kind of like play a point guard type role.
100%. I mean, we got incredible receivers here. Our first and second group are guys that can go and play and score touchdowns and make big plays. And there's a stat that said Patrick Mahomes last year, he didn't throw many passes past 20 yards for touchdowns last year. So he just put the ball in the right place and made his playmakers go make plays. And we have guys who can do that, and we also take a lot of shots. So mix between Coach Dillingham and Coach Baldwin has really come along. And I think this summer with all the player run practices, we've made a big stride, and I'm really excited going into fall camp.
Obviously, Kenny's had a great success in kind of maximizing his quarterback's potential. Jordan Travis and Bo Nix a year ago. What jumps out to you about why he's been so effective at kind of developing, fostering success in quarterbacks?
Yeah, well, I think he has an incredible system. I think him as a person is someone who is very easy to relate to and learn from. And he comes into our meetings with Coach Baldwin, and whatever plays up on the board, he'll go and tell us a million things about that play. He knows everything about football, the ins and outs. So just kind of being able to be around him, and he's such a great leader of our team, being able to bring, half of a new team and new staff all together. He's done an incredible job with that. So, I think I think we've made a big stride in this offseason and this summer since spring camp, not just off the field, but on the field and the player run practices as well. So I'm very excited for camp.
What jumps out to you about kind of the culture and just kind of the vibe here now that you have several months as a Sun Devil? Yeah. Just how, what kind of program that Kenny and the staff lead?
Yeah, no, I mean, like I've said 100 times, I mean, I'm really excited. I love this team. I love all the new guys. I love the guys that were here. I love the tradition of the university. This coaching staff is awesome, and they're all almost every coach is a player's coach. You go up and talk to any coach on the offensive or defensive staff and have a great conversation. And the guys have worked really hard. Today we did conditioning this morning, and a couple guys, sit out a couple of reps, and the players came together and said, "Hey, we need to run more because this is the stuff that's going to get us beat." So a lot of motivation from the staff and the coaches, but also just self-motivation is gained, and all of us have all really pushed really hard and tried to maximize our potential. So.
Quarterback battle is going to be center stage, vying for that QB1 spot. What's that rapport like in that quarterback room? With Trent, Jaden, Jacob, the guys that are kind of gunning for that job.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Baldwin does a great job with that. So does Coach Dillingham, and those guys are great guys. I've spent a lot of time with them, some of my best friends, and I've been able to hang out with them and be in the film room and get better, and we push each other. Something that I've always, I've been in competitions my whole college career. Something that I've always told myself is just control what you can control. What I can control is being in the playbook. What I can control is being ready for practice, having my body right, and being healthy. And as long as I can do that and play my best, that's what That's what I'm gonna do, and I'm really excited. I'm an ultimate competitor. I love this, and I can't wait for camp and to put the badge back on.
Drew, what's it take to show the coaches that you're the guy? What's it going to take here in camp when camp starts?
Yeah, I think in competitions, a lot of people, press to try to make big plays here and there, and, kind of just being able to control the offense and, taking what's there. Like I said, we have a lot of players that could take a 5-yard slant 30 yards. So, just staying within the offense, going through your reads, bring your feet and eyes to throws, and just being able to know the offense really well and just operate. The big shots and the big plays will all come, but you just got to be able to take what the defense gives you in the beginning, and those big shots will come.
A lot of the guys are telling us about leadership too, just your leadership skills in the huddle and the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I think that I've worked extremely hard this offseason in training and player run practices and stuff like that. So kind of just my work ethic and how I approach the season, how I approach practice, how I approach going in and squatting tomorrow. I think I'm fully locked in. It's pretty much like a job for me here. I come here, I go to the facility, go home, and do my schoolwork, and I came here as a business trip. So.
You may have answered this, but what's it like for a guy who's from back east dealing with the heat wave that we're going through right now?
Yeah, honestly, so I think I've actually been able to adjust to it pretty well. I went down to the Manning thing down in Louisiana, and it was real humid there and still like 95 degrees, so I was able to feel the humidity and come back here and actually appreciate the air. However, there's no joking around when it gets to 115 or something. So, like I said, I could just control what I can control. I can't control the heat. So, I've worked really hard this offseason and I'm running, and I think Coach Joe has us ready.
When you transfer into a program like this, how long does it take before you really start to feel comfortable in your environment?
Yeah, well, I think that, we had so many new guys on the team, so much new staff that, it probably takes, maybe 2 weeks to get, in the system of like knowing everything and knowing where to be, when to be there. But I think that, the team is just continually getting closer. Like every single workout, every single team meeting, Coach Dillion's done a great job with that. Coach Joe's done a great job with that. And, I think the team has become very, very close. And I think that's, when I got here, it was all new transfers. I didn't know how the team was going to, turn out. But I'll tell you, we have each other's backs. We work for each other. We work really hard. So I'm very excited for this team.